Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to the month of May's guidance, and I'm also going to be doing the Domino Angels just at the start of this today, just for something a little bit different. I'm feeling everything needs to be different now, so I'm just going with that. And I thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have been having a good week wherever you are. And today is, of course, the 1st of May, and well, it is in Australia, so everything's okay, folks. If you're still in the 29th of April, everything is okay. So we are all right here in Australia, and it's a beautiful day. And I'm going to be going through, as usual, the different elements and signs and the Archangel of the month also. For the month of May, and it's just going to be very, very different for each one of us. Like, each one of us is going to experience it in a different way. Every time we get to the middle of the month, just remember the middle of the month is going to be the crucial time of the month. I always feel that when we get to, like, you know, the 15th or the 14th of the month, we just go through this skyrocketing of emotion, or something will go really, really wrong, or there'll just be something that changes everything. So just be aware that that normally happens in the middle of the month, for whatever reason that is. That's what I've been experiencing myself. But this month in particular seems to me that it marks the start of self-discovery for each one of us, where we've just sort of like had enough of everything that's been going on in our life so far, and we really want to start making a change, like making a real major change, not just thinking, okay, I want to change, and then still going back to the same stuff, but making a major change. So that has happened to me in many different ways, and I'll talk to you guys more about it as I go along. But first I'm going to start with the Domino Angels, of course, the Domino Angels, which I really love. I've also completely finished my book. It's been submitted, and I'm waiting on the first copy to come back out. Anyway, however they work it out. And I'm also working on another book, and more cards and more ebooks, all sorts of things. So I'm busy, but I'm okay with it. It's not like it used to be very, very hectic. And now I just feel there's this different feeling inside of me. Nothing seems so urgent anymore, which is lovely. Okay, so here we go. I'm in my little office. Sorry if you can hear any outside noises. And here we go with Domino Angels first, and then I'm going to get into the other messages. Okay, here we go. Just close my eyes. Alrighty, here we go. Ta-da! Archangel Adriel, everybody. Hope you can see that. Yeah, I'll put it up here. Okay, now it's a number 5. Now it's the 1st of May. Isn't that funny? And we've got the number 5. Okay. Archangel Azrael is actually one of the most beautiful angels. Don't be afraid of this angel, even though he is known as the angel of death. I actually see it as a female angel, always have. Okay, Archangel is with you, and it can mean that there is a time of loss or attendance at a funeral, or your support is indeed required. There will be an increased sense that you are not alone, and this is also a hello from heaven directly to you. Your loved ones, in many ways, are more alive than you, so don't ignore this calling to mediumship or helping others with their loss right now. Thank you, Archangel Azrael. Light a dark candle to connect. Now, I just want to tell you guys straight away that there are a lot of suicides this year. There have been a lot. There have been a lot of deaths. There have been a lot of people all over the world that are just crashing very, very quickly. Like someone was just telling me that one of their friends committed suicide, and also there's been obviously death in my own family, but just recently one of my kids' friends' dad passed away, and they've been going through all this kind of loss and emotion as well. It is just all over the place, and what that simply means to me is that a lot of these people made this agreement that now would be the time that they would leave and they would come back in a younger body, or however they may help you on the other side. So they may be guiding you on the other side, and that is the way that they were going to do things. Remembering, if anything is affecting you, or anyone has passed away in your life or is going to, or you know of this, or this, you're going through this, remember that they've done this, as especially if it's family members, as a direct agreement with you and your soul purpose and their soul purpose as well. So be happy in the fact that you knew them and you got to know them on earth, and you got to spend time with them, and be happier for them, because they are so relieved. When you pass over, it is the feeling of relief, and believe me, I've gone through the death experience and in different occasions in my life, like how to look at this and what takes place, and there is nothing at all to be afraid of. Nothing. You actually do not feel the actual moment of dying. Just before this happens, you sort of astral travel out of your body, and you're looking down, and you're just so relieved. There's nothing to describe it other than the word of relief. You don't feel an attachment too much to that body at all. You can see the people there. You feel, you don't feel sorry for them. Like, in other words, you don't feel like you would as if you're alive. You feel concern for them, you feel love for them, but you don't feel the attachments that you had in your lifetime on earth. And when you are passing over, it is very, very gentle. It's very, very loving. You feel this. What you've been trying to feel when you are alive is what you feel when you pass over. Just an all-encompassing feeling of everything is okay, you've finished, you're done, you're celebrating, and there is nothing to fear whatsoever. And I do get some people who are terrified of dying, like absolutely terrified of evil and demons and the mistakes they've made in their life. And please don't worry, I know that it is hard to say that when you haven't experienced it right now, but please let that be the last thing on your mind. We have this mission on earth to wake people up to their true identities, and that is that we are all spiritual beings having an experience on earth. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to know everything. It doesn't mean that you can't get angry at times. It doesn't mean that you can't be annoyed at other people. It doesn't mean that you have to love every single person personally. Loving people is just an energy that you're putting out there. It doesn't mean that you personally need to take on other people's problems and other people's issues. And when you can release yourself from that, you will go through the healing changes that you've actually been wanting. So some of you are going to experience the passing of people that you know, or you're going to need to be in support of someone who's going through this, and you are just the right person for this position. You are going to be strong when you need to be. You'll be upset when you need to be as well, and you'll be able to release and let go. But please know that when this person does pass over, or people do pass over, they are happier than, they are more alive than we are right now. They are very, very happy and at peace. There are some who, we know about earthbound spirits and things like that. That's a whole different, matter. But every single soul, when you cross over, you have a choice. You go on to healing, light and love. And, 9 out of 10 people do that. Some people will still hang around if they're a little bit confused, and a little bit unsure, especially if it's a shocking event. And the angels and guides and God, Jesus, and all of those are there anyway, encouraging them to the light. So there is an increased sense, as it says on the card, an increased sense that you're not alone. So many of you have been going through this change where you're feeling different within yourself. And I'm certainly feeling different. I mean, I'm always feeling different. I'm always going through bumps and changes. And you guys, you know, there with me. And I'm always feeling different. But sometimes I really hit on something that is all-encompassing. And when I do that, that's when I get really excited for you guys, because then you're going to get to know and learn the next part of your journey. You know, through experiences, not just with myself, but with everyone that you come in contact with. As you begin to change within yourself, the situations that you have changed, the people that you have changed, you know, the life that you're living changes, and you just go into this new mode. And when you do that, you are truly living a richer life purpose than what you might have been doing before. And you know, you're also experiencing, growing and learning, and that is what we're all here to do, without judgment. You know, no judgment to yourself, no judgment should be coming from anybody else. And we shouldn't have any problems with our bodies either. You know, we should be totally at ease with everything that's going on in our body and feeling no pain and all these sorts of things. So your loved ones are more alive than you are, even if you are missing someone right now. I know I was just thinking of my actual brother who passed away in the year 2000, and I was just thinking about him, and then this card came up. So there is a hello. You know, the hello, they are with you, even if you don't always feel it. They are with you, you are never alone. And helping others is always part of everyone's life journey as well. We help others in different ways, in our own special way, and that's all we need to do as well. So we thank you, Archangel Azrael. There is a dark coloured, it's sort of like an eggplant type of colour, purpley blackish type of colour, which is the symbolism of Azrael. You can use an amethyst type of crystal to connect with Azrael, or also a deeper type of agate, or agate, whatever you want to call it. Some different chalcedonies, also different quartzes, lavender quartz for example. You might even go as deep as a jet, like a black jet or obsidian. So these darker colours, and if you don't know what they are, just do a Google search. Gemstones that are purple, gemstones that are black, and you'll start to see and start to learn in that way. Okay, so that was the Domino Angel for, oh yes, that's the right one, for this month, Archangel Azrael. When you are feeling deep grief, ask Archangel Azrael to help you with that. Also helps you with quitting things like you know, smoking and drinking and all those things that you don't want to have in your life anymore. Azrael can help you to cut the ties to that, and also to situations in your life where you feel very, very emotionally or depressed even, or even if you're having suicidal thoughts. Call out to Archangel Azrael. Very, very gentle, loving, kind angel, who's also always there in hospices and places where people are going to pass away or about to pass away. You know, she's there. So you can ask her to help in any type of situation like that. So I hope that that helps somebody out there. And now I'm going to move on to the month of May's guidance. And as usual, I've written out a whole list of stuff, and I will have this written up on my website. I also just wanted to point out that I'm going to be doing a lot of travelling in the coming months with a Dolores Cannon Quantum Healing Hypnosis Therapy technique, which I am a practitioner for. This is a very, very important part of your spiritual journey, because it completely changes everything inside of you, like how you're feeling, how you're thinking. You know, it can heal different, many different things in the body. And so I've been doing this with a few people, you know, just lately, and we have had amazing results. So I am in Adelaide, but I'm planning to go around Australia first. And so I'm going to leave an email address. It might come up on the screen. I'll also put it down. So if you're interested and you're living in Australia at the moment, and if you're interested in having a session with me, which can take about 5 hours, so you get to spend 5 hours with me. If you're interested in that, when you send me an email, and I'll put you on the mailing list. So when I'm ready to start doing these, and I know where the venues will be, then you will be contacted, and you can sign up for it. And so I'll know all the details. So I'd rather do it that way. So I know where I'm going to be, and I know who's going to come, and I know where it's going to be, type of thing. And you will be emailed a couple of months prior, so that you've got plenty of time to work out what you're going to do. And I just can't wait for you guys to experience this. Whoever's had it so far has just been amazed and shocked with how they have changed inside of themselves, and it's all the things that they've wanted to do, no more holding back, all that sort of thing. So I will eventually go around the world doing this, I know that, and I'm going to manifest that somehow, but just for the moment I'm going to start in Australia. So please email your interest. If you are living in Australia, please tell me where you are, like what city you're living in, so I can try to work out ways to have these so they're kind of close, and we can all get together in that way. So that was just something I wanted to put out there. I'm also going to have information on my website where you can read exactly what happens, exactly what takes place for you in that session. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay, so for the month of May, the overall lucky number for the month is going to be number 3. So number 3 is the lucky number. That was what came through. And the archangel, or the actual angel from the thrones, dominions, if you were looking at the hierarchy of the angelic realm, Ambriel is actually from the thrones, and is known as one of the princes. But the angels themselves don't really like the hierarchy. That's mostly for our benefit. Anyway, that's where he sits. It's also the angel for Gemini, so anyone who is a Gemini has Ambriel as your overseeing angel. Okay, so Ambriel brings change and challenge, also new direction, new skills, and the colour is light yellow. And there's also a feeling of children. Remember, we had Ambriel come up in the Domino Angels last week, and it was talking about children, and also the child within ourselves that we often forget. So children and childishness come up with Ambriel, and I'll explain more about that later. So for the month of May, we need to focus on honouring ourselves. How do we really feel about ourselves? Quitting habits, letting go of all those things that we don't like about ourselves. One thing about quitting, though, if you, for example, I know I go back to smoking because I used to be a smoker, all that. So when you're quitting something, you mustn't feel guilty about what you're doing. So if you're trying to quit and you're trying to cut down and you have a smoke, big deal. Get over yourself. You can have a smoke, it's not going to kill you. You are making an effort to quit. So obviously you're going to have times when you backslide, okay? But don't feel guilty about it. That's worse for you than the habit itself. So you're going to be focusing on quitting this month. But remember that instead of saying, I really want to quit, whatever it is that you want to quit, say to yourself, I will be ready. When the time's right, I will be totally ready, and I won't have to do anything. It'll just be natural for me. That is a better way to think about it than making it a struggle. So quitting habits, new opportunities. Now there are going to be new opportunities for you, and that is in jobs or prospects, or friends or lovers, or whatever that means for you. Whatever you've been thinking about, the opportunity is coming this month. You just need to be aware of it and take it on, like start doing it. There are going to be challenges as well. Okay, there's challenges all the time. We're always getting challenged. But a lot of this has to do with inwardly. So a lot of us are fighting battles on the inside that we don't tell anybody about. So these challenges are there. They're going to continue to be there until you wipe them out of your mind. So that is something that's coming up this month. Also sharpening your skills in different areas. So say for example you're a writer. You may take on a whole new way of writing, and this is going to really help you to sharpen your abilities and sharpen your skills. So do something in a completely different way, and that'll really help you with what you're originally looking to do, and also give you a new skill. Use your senses. So not using your common sense so much as in your brain, but start to do like, expanded hearing, expanded vision, expand your sense of smell and taste and touch and all those sorts of things. So when you're expanding, let's say for example you want to expand your hearing, you would sit quietly and you would just listen to the noises in the room, and you would listen to the noises in the room for a while, and then you would say listen to the noises outside of the house while you're still sitting in the house, and you'll be able to do it, and eventually you'll get very, very far where you can hear. And that is also your connection to your bridge, in other words, to the heavens. You can create a bridge in this way, imagining all these different bridges of light through the different senses in your body, and they are connecting to the other side, they're connecting to the higher self all the time, which is where you need to be. You need to be connecting to your higher self in these deeper realms, in your higher consciousness, because that is where all the answers are for you, and that is also where all the healing is. The angels can heal you, and show you where you need to heal, but the real deep healing comes from your higher self, your subconscious, and the super consciousness, which is out there in the universe, and you're already tapped into that. So use your senses and start developing this in your own unique way. And we've got children and childishness. So, children are going to get in your face. You're going to get annoyed with them. You're going to yell. You might, have times and say things that you regret. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a human. And don't feel bad about, little issues that you may have with your children. Just know that the love is always there. There's always love in both directions between yourself and, the kids. That's always there, and that love is what will spill out, open up, and be in their life. Not those little arguments that you have with them when you're trying to tell them what's best for them. They will see the love that you have. So don't worry about little issues that you have with kids. It's actually a little issue that you have with yourself. And again, we're going to find more out about that. Okay, so let's go. We're starting with the fire signs. So this is just your little message for the month of May. It's not an exact thing. This is just a guidance that I received for those people who are in the fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, your healing color is green. So when you wear green or have green around you, you will feel the healing going on in your body. Your lucky number is number 7. And Archangel Michael is the overseeing angel for those Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And his little message is, you are multi-talented. So you need to start remembering that. That seems to be a big issue for this month. Okay, so here we go. Burdens and pressures have been mounting, but you're now seeing where you've been harming yourself and even feeling weak, powerless, and unable to move forward. Okay? An opportunity arrives that is an important step forward. So don't be so prideful that you don't take it. You are never left behind. You need to be independent now. Doesn't mean you're being left behind, okay? A new job, I can see something on the wall. Okay, it's all right. A new job, promotion, or flow of money that is unexpected happens this month. The sun is important to healing and memory, and also for bringing messages. So try to spend at least 5 minutes in the sun if you can. Find the sun, or just even focusing on a picture of the sun, or the colour that the sun is, this bright yellowy gold colour. Okay, so that was the message that came through for those who are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Then we have the water signs, which is overseen by Archangel Gabriel. And your special colour, your healing colour, is purple. So imagining purple, your third eye, also around, the top part of your head that needs to start opening now. And your Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, of course, your lucky number is number 2 for the month. And that also means, number 2, 2 people, partnerships, that sort of thing. And the little message from Archangel Gabriel is celebration. So it is celebration time for you guys. Make it a celebration. no matter what you're doing. Okay, you are learning moderation and seeing yourself in a better, more balanced way. You are cautioned to walk away from emotional problems and situations that have served their purpose. Even though it may be painful, you must break the cycle. So it seems like it's up to you to do this. Don't feel you need to make an apology. Just simply retreat. Just walk away. Don't have to say anything. You don't have to apologize. Nothing. Just walk away. Forget about it. There are blessings waiting. A generous person will pay you back for your kindness. A short trip will prove abundant. I also felt that when I was looking at this, obviously you guys are water signs, but I did see the water and green countryside. So travelling along the coast somewhere or towards a lake with a lot of greenery around is going to be an important trip for you guys. Alright, so that's Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. Righty. The air signs, Archangel Raphael is working with you guys, and your lucky number is 3, and your little message is light and love, and you are Aquarius, Gemini or Libra, and your healing color is red. Red brings a lot of physical activity as well into your life, so maybe you are needing more physical activity. And also perhaps red is also a colour in the aura, when it shows up in the aura as a little bit of emotional anger. So just be aware of that this month. Okay, so your little message is stop giving. You are guided to be careful who you trust with your money. If something is too good to be true, then it will be. You give too much of yourself away. You need to spend time alone and practice your crafts. Whatever creative pursuits you have been putting off, just do it. Not a good time for investments. Forget trying to advance with money at the moment. Keep your money, go within and create, and let the money be attracted to you. So don't always give it away, thinking that you're going to get back. Keep it and let it be attracted to you for a change. So that is, of course, for Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. And light and love is your little message. Okay, the earth signs with Archangel Uriel working with you guys is Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo, and your special colour for the month, your healing colour is yellow, and your lucky number is number 6. And the little message from Archangel Uriel, which I thought was funny, was keep it mellow. So there you go. You have made important sacrifices, but you don't need to keep going. Let yourself return to life, feeling proud of yourself. Beware of gossip, whether you're hearing it, seeing it, or saying it. Reflect on what you allow to consume your mind and thoughts. This has a direct influence on your future. You make important decisions for your future towards the end of the month. Follow your heart. Do not feel pressure to do anything you really don't want to do. With change comes growth and healing. Okay? So it's time to move on. You've made enough changes, you've made enough sacrifices in your life for other people. And I'm going to keep talking to you guys about yourself, and strengthening yourself, because that is how you help the most people. When you're strong, you flow, a strong energy, and a blessed energy, and a loving energy, and this is how people respect you, love you, and they then learn how to grow and treat themselves a lot better. And if we can do this, then the world starts to change. The earth starts to change. Even though it's already happening, we really need to make this change within ourselves. It's very, very important. Okay, so as always comes a message from the angel of the month, which in this case is a message from Gabriel, and he or she, whatever it is very, very strong with certain issues. And remember, I will write this whole thing up so you can read all of these parts on my website, and I will leave the link down below as well, of course. Alright, so here comes the message from Gabriel for you guys. We'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. I know this is getting to be a long video, sorry guys. Okay. Greetings, dear ones. I am Ambriel, one of the endless angels dedicated to helping you to reach your soul potential. I bring with me the energy of the angelic realm, here to assist each of you in every way. Most importantly, it's our mission to help you each to become more childlike in your thinking, but less childlike in your behavior. What this means is, when you were a child, you were less weighed down with the responsibilities and stress and money worries that you have today, and therefore your imagination and creativity were more encompassing to you. This also meant that most of you did not have the emotional, mental and physical issues that you have today. Although a lot of you were treated very badly as children, there was less overall responsibility than there is today. What we angels are reminding you of is freedom of thought. You need this more than ever today. Childish behavior of speaking out rudely, letting others take care of you, and being irresponsible needs to be left behind now. Or else, you will live your life in confusion. The time has really come to take a good look at yourself and see where you still show this childish behavior. It is not a criticism, but rather a helping hand to the freedom and abundance that you seek. If you're still relying on others to show you what to do and lead the way, you need to move up to the next level. Same is true for those of you who are feeling responsible for everyone else. Let them take care of themselves for the healing to begin. You will only have true success in what you wish to heal in your body and mind when you let go of your feelings of responsibility, neediness, and self-worth. Your healing energy is all-encompassing. When you place others higher than yourself, you will always miss your mark. You must accept yourself without conditions. Trust the process. Awaken truly within. And before sleeping, lie on your back, take some deep breaths, protect yourself in white light, and ask mentally to be shown where you've been slowing down your own progress. Ask to be shown what you need to know and then do it. You are supported and loved. Give this to yourself and the deeper levels of healing will begin. Once this happens, all that you desire will be readily available. Blessed be, I am Ambriel. Okay, so Ambriel obviously talking about, these stupid things that we do, and people can be really silly, because they continually do these things. That there may be someone that's told you how to get through a certain, physical challenge in your life, or a problem that you've always been attached to, or even seriously thinking about things in strange ways. There are a lot of people with a lot of different issues out there, and those issues stem from how you feel about yourself. All of them do, and in some particular way. So it's not a criticism, to be looking at yourself and saying, see, I was going wrong in that way. No, it's just acknowledging the area of your life that you've repeated a pattern, all right? Repeating a pattern. Why do you think the way that you think? Why? And let me give you an example. Say, for example, that you feel that you need to, say, for example, you've got a lot of money, okay? I don't know how, but just say that you do. All right, you've got a lot of money, and you really want to help people, and you really want people to like you, and you really want people to accept you. So what you do is, you have people come your way, and you show them your kindness by giving them money, or giving them gifts, and giving them things that you know they would really like. Now, what are you doing in that situation? It's not so much that you're buying their friendship or anything like that. You truly are kind, but you don't think that these people are going to like you for you. You think that these people are liking you for your money. And so, you give them the money, and then you don't really receive much in return, right? So then you become resentful, and you can become angry at them because they haven't done what you've wanted them to do. Sure, they may be in your life and whatever, but you've given them all these things, and now you've become resentful. So what is the real reason that you wanted to help them out in the first place? Did you want them to be appreciative of you? Or did you want them to need you in some way, to need you in their life, you know? So, you know, when I say that, does it mean that you, not so much even with the needing you part of it, like, why do you feel like you need to be needed? Why can't people just accept you? Well, it boils down to the fact that you really don't think that you're worthy of people liking you, you know, or that if they didn't need you, then you're going to be left all by yourself, you see? See how it can break down into a deeper, more complex way of thinking than you may have even thought. So at the start of it, you're thinking, you know, I really want people to be happy, so I'm going to give them this stuff. But is it that you want them to be happy, or is it that you want them to need you? And if it's, you know, wanting them to need you, then why do you think that that is? Why do you feel that you need to be needed? You know, look back on all these different areas of your life and see where there are patterns, you know, patterns in your life that you continually do. So there's nothing wrong with being a giving person, but only if you're not expecting anything in return. You know, you shouldn't give to expect something in return. You should just give for the sake of giving, if that's what you want to do. That way you're feeling independent and strong within yourself. And you're not going to have issues. Whenever there's issues of feeling like you need to be needed, there's feelings of abandonment in there, of being frightened of being alone. And when those things happen, guess what happens? Most people put on a whole ton of weight, you know, because they just an absorbing emotion, and they're also buffering themselves from being hurt. So they just put on this enormous amount of weight. And also the same is true, like people who become really, really rail thin, you know, and they may want to put on weight and they're really, really thin. Well, they're scared of something. They're scared of being this particular size for a reason. They're scared of feeling too much responsibility for people. There's all different kinds of things that people have that they go through in their life, but we all should be in this balanced mode. So when you're asking for different healings in your life, ask what you really need to know. That's what Ambriel says here. Lay there at night, put the protection around you and say, look, what do I really, really need to know to heal this situation in my life? You know, if it's smoking, if it's drinking, if it's, you know, what is causing problems in my skin, who's really irritating me, why do they irritate me, and why do I think that way? Why do I let people irritate me? Why do I have this feeling in my body? Blah, blah, blah. You know, these are deeper levels of healing. And when you can get to those and be totally honest with yourself about them, the healing occurs. Then you're going to be able to walk tall and strong, and you'll feel different within yourself, like you've always wanted to do. But see, in the past you may have just tried really, really hard to do it, instead of just allowing things to happen, you know, allowing a process to, you know, occur in your life. Generally there's a 28-day lunar cycle process that happens with us. So we start at the beginning of the month, for example, and then 28 days later is when we really come into all of what we've done 28 days before. You see how this can continue throughout your life. The healing is there. Healing is like, I mean, massive healing is there for those that really want to accept it. But you really need to look at the different ways in which you think about yourself and try to bring things more childlike, as in, you know, the way that you think, creativity, no worries, not worrying about the bills, letting things take care of themselves. You know, we didn't worry about bills when we were kids because it was someone else's problem. So we didn't actually have bills as children, did we? We didn't have that stuff coming to us as kids. We just lived. Although a lot of us lived in a hard way, you know, it wasn't easy. But we didn't have those things that we have now. We need to get back into that mode of thinking, carefree, you know, not dwelling on a problem, just allowing things to take care of themselves. Seeing why you have that problem. Why do you constantly think about that problem? Let's get to the deeper levels in the month of May. If we can do that in the month of May, then by the time I'm speaking to you in June, you all are going to be different people. You're all going to be going through different experiences. Still going to have different challenges, but you're going to see it in a different way. You're going to be able to handle it in a different way. you're really going to start to become more open with yourself. You're going to start to like yourself again, feel comfortable in your own skin. You're not going to feel jealous of other people. You're not going to be irritated when you see certain types of people. You're not going to feel frightened of passing away or anything like that. You know, your whole existence and your whole experience will change. You're going to be led to different people, okay? You're not going to rely on them so much, but you're going to learn from them, and then you're going to go to the next one, and the next one. You're going to do your own research, all these things. And this is how we become to the next levels and how we want the earth to be, because we're all going to be radiating it in this way. So we're not going to notice so much the negativity. And even if the negativity is there, we won't have to dwell on it like we might have done in the past. So guys, I guess that is it for the month of May. I've spoken for a long time. This is going to be a long video for you. Might as well be a mini-series by the time I'm finished. But don't forget the links down below. Remember, there's freebies, free books, free ebooks, and register your interest in having the healing sessions with me. You know, they are about 5 hours long, so we get to have a really good chat, and you know, so you feel very comfortable while you're doing the process. I will explain more about this. There'll be a link on my website soon where you can read more about it, or else just go to dolorescannon.com and read about the Quantum Healing Hypnosis Therapy. You know, so you can read it for yourself and hear the testimonies and all those sorts of things that happens. So I thank you all for being with me. I hope that you've enjoyed this video reading today, and remember, I'm going to be back with more videos, information, advice and all sorts of things in the near future. And until the next video, take care, and it's goodbye from me. Bye everyone.